by trade, John Ferriter, is a rock boy. And we met, we just met recently actually at a Hekhouse gig at a bar in Studio City. But I've been trying to meet John for 10 years or so because my husband, isn't that cute? I did not make that up. I love that. So, what's the right word to use? My ex, my children's husband. Fabulous. Okay, my husband worked with John. John was Tom Green's. John was the head of William Morris, the big kahuna there, and Tom Green was one of his clients. And my husband was Tom Green's head writer, and they're best friends. And so he was working closely with John, and I was around. And somehow John and I did near misses for like years. Kept doing it, and then we discovered we had all this rock and roll passion in common, and still, and John moved from William Morris, and he now heads the entertainment division at Octagon, and he is Arsenio Hall and Piers Morgan, and he's a big suit, but under the suit is leather. Even though he's wearing a suit today, he's got the leather happening. But anyway, so John is a rock boy at heart, and John is a part of a band called the Tearaways, which a few of us went to see at, they did a benefit for dogs. And we love dogs, because Elaine Boozler, and yeah, we love the dogs. And so we went and we heard them, and you know, it's an interesting thing. It was kind of ballsy of me. Once again, the shift to the, it's kind of ballsy to put together a rockin', naughty dog, drinking woman thing with Marianne Williamson. How do those two work? But you know what? Often at Women Who Write, the two make absolutely no sense on paper, and somehow it always works.
But it's about spirits and spiritualism.
But the thing is that as I was just watching Notting Hill at 4 in the morning the other day, and Julia Roberts says to Hugh Grant, I'm a movie star, but I'm still just a girl looking at a boy and wanting him to love me. And I'm figuring Marianne is still a girl who must like boys. And, you know, men, so do I. Yeah, and that whole line was really crazy that she called herself a girl. But anyway, but the idea, yes, I prefer it. So, anyway, so this is going to work because it just always does, and I'm very excited. Okay, so let me give you some background. Combining the best of California rock with their roots based firmly in British invasion, thus the coat, and early American rock and roll, the Tearaways have been a mainstay of the Santa Barbara rock scene since the band was formed in the early 80s. Encouraged by the Beach Boys' Brian Wilson, the Tearaways wrote and played their own music in addition to the dockside and roots rock that the guys loved. A 4-song EP, Sounds Like the Tearaways, garnered the boys' airplay, The Men, on Santa Barbara stations. We're going to call them men, rock men. After factioning off to other bands and projects, the Tearaways reformed in 1990 with before-mentioned John Ferriter, formerly of the Stingrays, rejoining the band last year. The Tearaways perform regularly in Southern California, and for the last 8, I've been in New York, and they've been featured headliners in the Matthew Street Festival in Liverpool, where they've performed for over 40,000 people. They've regularly headlined the world-famous Cavern, where the Beatles started, yeah, the Adelphi Hotel, and other Liverpool hotspots. The band's recorded at the Abbey Road Studios, where the Beatles recorded most of their hits, and have collaborated with numerous producers over the years, including Tom Werman, who Cheap Trick, Boston, Blue Oyster Cult, Poison, and the movie Rockstar. In the early 90s, the Tearaways began a collaboration with legendary producer Earl Menke, Sparks, Concrete Blonde, the Beach Boys, and it continues to this day. They've been celebrated up and down the West Coast, in Liverpool, in Dublin, and will be performing shows in April in San Antonio, Chicago, and Detroit, in addition to Los Angeles and Santa Barbara. The Tearaways have spent most of 2013 and early 2014 in the studio at Earl's Psychedelic Shack, where they recently recorded 42 new original songs. The Earl Menke Sessions Volume 4 will be released at the end of April, and we will know about that, and we will post it, and we will buy it, right? And then they'll have to come back and sign it. And the Earl Menke Sessions Volume 7, how do we go from 4 to 7? Will be released in early June. Right now, they're ours. By a show of hands, how many Tearaways are single? Just show us. 2. All right, ladies. Make sure that you flirt appropriately, please.
Ask how many wannabes said.
How many wannabes? Ladies, please welcome the Tearaways.
Nice jacket.
Not single. Single? Not single. Single? Single!
So put your hands together for Vicki. Okay? How many people here have kids? How many people have kids who don't talk to them, they only send you texts?
That's right.
This is about your kids.
This is true.
It's called We Don't Talk, We Text.
This is kind of like our first gig in the back of the van. It's like, all right. We couldn't afford a PA, so we had those orange cones. We would sing the Thought about that, right, guys?
By the way, the Tearaways, this band has been around so long that when we started, women who write wrote in cuneiform.
Okay, wait, before you guys start, we need the camera to come to the back of the room because he can't fit you all in.
Okay.
Can Louise shoot?
I can shoot.
It'd be better if actually the cameraman left, because it'd be better if just guys and all women.
This is true.
This is special. I mean, you guys are awesome.
So give us your naughtiest, dirtiest rock and roll. Yeah. And
Stories? Yeah.
no. No story.
We'll only give you the second dirtiest.
Okay, focus on close-ups and I got you. Okay, so EJ, if you do close-ups, Louise will do those. Thank you.
Look, the truth is, just point the camera at Greg. That's all you really need.
Ready? Ready? Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, he'll get one.
He'll get one.
Wait, we can't see Mr. Cajon in the back.
Yeah.
He's really playing that box well. And you guys have to introduce yourselves because I didn't do that.
We'll get into that.
Yeah, okay.
So Jesse's on the cajon. He's all about the box. He's very good. We're gonna do a song where we combined a few different emotions on this, and we started on one side with it called No Happy Endings, and the other side called I Love My Life. So we're gonna do this for you. It's called I Love My Life,
which I dedicate to my ex-girlfriend.
Your husband?
My husband. Anyway, thank you for the song. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Here's to amending my contract.
I'm good here. I'll lean back. We're going to do a couple. That's Perry Benenati on keyboard. No, by the way, who's here who did the Hekhouse film? Okay, by the way, brilliant film.
Great film. Great film.
We all kind of know each other through this weird Santa Barbara, LA connection, and we've all played together, and Johnny Kelso's a good friend of all of ours. And I know he inspires women to do certain things, and he inspires Jesse things too. Because we're all really good friends and play together. Jesse and Perry's sister Bridget, the big songwriter, she wrote "Breakaway" for Kelly Clarkson, and we've just known each other forever. So doing something like this is really a treat for us. So we're going to go a little faster on this one for you. We're going to play something new for you. It's called "Girls Who Love Cars."
Oh, he needs his guitar.
We played a gig with Bob Castle Band the night that aired at the Santa Barbara Film Festival.
Really? Oh, I was there.
Yeah, in August.
See what happened?
It's in August, yeah.
That was us.
That was great.
Amazing.
All right, you got your chords there, Perry? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Marianne up here. Marianne's doing something very brave. She's running for Congress right now. From where I sit, anyone who can replace Henry Waxman's okay with me. I spent more time in the last 10 years trying to keep steroids out of baseball than doing things for California. And he has a horrible hairline. So anyway, we've been waiting for this moment for a while. This is a song we're going to play for you. We love this. It features Greg and Fenn doing some nice stuff. So I won't wait.
Thanks, everybody.
We waited too long to have this conversation. If you really have to and I strive to learn. If I have to wait, I'll wait for your return, and I'll wait for you. I'll wait, I will wait for you. And if I play it cool, it doesn't mean I don't care. What you have to do, I will be waiting for you. I'll be right here. I'll be waiting. I will wait. 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 For you.
Just say a couple things. We're on Twitter at the Tearaways USA. We'll have product that's out at the end of this month. We're on Facebook at the Tearaways. We're www.tearaways.com. Reach out to us. We will reach back. We're very interested. Thank you.
This is the first time we've had 6 instruments in the house.